In June of 2019, 68-year-old Mary Kay Wolfarth went missing in Ohio. Mary owned an antique shop in town, and when she failed to show up to open her shop, friends and family began to worry.
I reported a friend missing earlier today, and I think I need to fill out the paperwork or whatever for a missing person.
And who's missing?
Mary Kay Wolfarth.
Okay, when was the last time you saw her?
1 o'clock yesterday. Saw her at an auction, and then we were supposed to meet again today at 3 o'clock.
Oh.
And
okay.
She didn't show up, and so I went to her house, and her mail and her newspaper were on the porch. Her neighbor said she hadn't come home last night, which is like totally out of character.
Okay.
And she has 2 cats here that I have to feed. So.
Okay.
After the missing persons report had been filed, the report would appear on the local news. An employee of a self-storage facility would watch the news, and he realized that he knew the missing woman. She had rented a unit to store inventory from her store, so he checked the security cameras over her unit. After reviewing the footage, he immediately...
When we hear Mary's friend report her missing, you can feel the panic. A 68-year-old woman, loved by her community, just vanishes. Her untouched mail, her cats left alone. It's chilling. This isn't just a case, it's a life interrupted. Mary's antique shop was her heart. Now it's a ghost town. The storage unit footage? That's where it gets real. Someone entered her space, her safe haven, without permission. It's hard not to feel a knot in your stomach, wondering what happened to her. What would you do if someone you loved disappeared like that?
Okay, so that's her van?
Yes, sir.
Can we just start the video and
That's what we're doing.
just watch it? Mind if I take a seat?
Nope. We
got a cushion on.
We'd
All right.
rather look at you this way than
The footage begins with Mary unloading antiques into her storage unit, and then she leaves to go to the office. While she's gone, the owner of the orange truck walks into her storage unit and waits for her to return. When Mary enters her storage, the door is closed behind her. After several minutes, only the man exits the building. He then cleans up Mary's belongings and drives her vehicle away. When he returns, he goes back into her storage and comes out with 2 large trash cans, and he puts them into his own storage. Thanks to the surveillance footage, the police were able to identify the man as Michael Olson. They searched through Michael's storage unit, and they found the trash cans that held Mary's body. The police would immediately send messages out to other police departments, telling them to be on the lookout for Michael. The search wouldn't last very long, because
it wasn't too bad in there, but it's nicer in here for sure.
Yeah.
So you need another detective for this stupid thing?
Well, this is kind of how we do it. Yeah. If you watch TV or what, but it's not always like how it is on TV.
No, I know that for sure. It's just that, God, I just would love to know what Bob and Rose are saying.
Okay, to go by Michael?
Mike.
Mike? Okay, I'm Sergeant Tony Starvaggi.
I don't know.
I'm with Akron. You, met Detective Brian Freed?
Yeah.
Okay. Since you're in cuffs,
Hurts so bad.
I gotta read you these, all right? These are your...
Oh, Miranda Red's it.
Yeah. And I just need some verbal acknowledgement, yes or no, if you understand.
after reading him his rights, the detective begins to question Michael about his breaking and entering charges. They don't want to scare him into asking for a lawyer, so they approach the situation like it's not really a big deal, and it's all standard procedure.
Yeah, I know you explained a little bit how I'm seeing there, what kind of had happened, okay? So, you know, I just want to I like to do things formal, and that's why we're down here doing this right now. Tell me kind of how this whole thing transpired today.
Went and picked up some mulch. Bob and Rose always yells at me through a window, and hey Mike, you know, my dad was leaving this morning. Hey Mike, can I use your coffee pot? So I used my coffee pot. I was hanging out today. My dad was out working, and I was kind of doing my own thing. And she said, you know, we were sitting here having a cigarette. Bob was there, you know, and I was like, she said, can you open that door for me? There's a closet door that always sticks, you know, that I usually just, if there's no lock on it or whatever. I thought she meant that. She didn't know the bedroom door. And I went over, I was like, oh, well, Rose, it's locked from the inside. Or, you know, so I was like, you know, I think you guys always keep that window open. Why don't I just go around there and, yeah, could you? I don't think you'll fit. And I was like, oh, come on, Rose, I lost weight. Shoot, I can get in there. Yeah, and so that's what I did. I helped her get her window open, or her door open. Went around there, and it made it look like I went to jump in. That's probably what the neighbors saw me doing. I tried to jump in first, and I was like, well, I need a chair. Went over and I opened our freaking bedroom door. It was locked because Antoinette just was living there. Vince Lafari, the landlord, he was like, I guess he tried to get him to get out of there. Sorry, I'm acting like I'm all nervous and talking and shit, but I was just helping them out, getting their freaking bedroom door open so they could start getting all the shit out of there. So they asked me to help them get all the shit out of the basement and out of the bedroom.
What was you supposed to get out of the basement?
All the Antoinette's clothes, all the freaking, the bed that was down there, was cluttering up everything. They tried to have 6 people living in that little place. That's a hazard, you can't do that.
Okay.
And my dad lives right next door, he's like, he hates that.
Okay, so just so I understand it, they yelled out the window to you.
In the morning, that was at like 8:30 this morning. Yeah, then I was there, what neighbor called? Because, I mean, didn't the neighbor see me doing mulch?
I don't know which
It
neighbor
don't
it
matter.
was.
It doesn't even matter, but dude, I was doing mulch for him, and that wasn't like I was charging him for everything. I went and got him a pack of cigarettes. Can you go get cigarettes, Mike, for us? Of course I did, yeah.
Okay.
I've been staying there since February of 18 with my dad after I moved out of the TPO with my ex-girlfriend. And now I'm fucking getting in trouble for
So
helping
you
out.
were living in that house where your dad lives too?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Isn't that where my address is? That's on my license.
To be honest with you, I didn't pull it up.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean-
But yeah, but I wasn't for certain if you were living with somebody else or.
No, it was not. This is so stupid.
Okay. And then when we came in, we arrived and you were in the basement at that time.
Yeah, I was getting freaking stuff out of the basement. And all of a sudden I heard, is there anybody here? And I was like, what the fuck is that? And I was like, oh shit. And then I came out. I wasn't ducking down like the one officer said. I was freaking trying to get some stuff clean for him. And why wouldn't they lie to me? Why would they say that I was trying to steal stuff? God, I've lived there for...
I don't know if they actually said you were trying to steal something.
Well, then what am I doing here?
Because they said that they didn't know that you were in the house.
Oh my God, did you see how intoxicated she was? They drink all day, every day. They drink a liter of Kamchatka damn near every day. That's why Bob has he has a blood alcohol monitor on his ankle. I thought it was house arrest at first. And I said, oh my gosh, what are you doing? They didn't recognize me when I came back because I've been staying with my mom a little bit here and there. Me and my dad butt heads. I'm not living there full on with my dad, but I will go down every once in a while, do some laundry when I need to get away from my mother. My mother's a bear. But Bob didn't even recognize me.
When, today or?
Yesterday. No. Yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, Bob didn't recognize me. He thought I was Josh.
You shaved your head.
Yes, exactly. If you get my phone, I can show you all the videos that I have of Bob and Rose and how...
Michael acts extremely nervous for what appears to be a mistake. According to Michael, he used to live at the home he was accused of breaking into. The only reason the police were called was because the owner had mistaken him for someone else. The police are about to drop a small hint that Michael is being questioned for something bigger. They ask him why he shaved his head recently, and Michael already has his answer ready to go.
Like probably 3 or 4 days ago, I was just being goofy and just shaving around. My cousin's coming in from town, he's a Marine. I wanted to do something funny for him, and heck, I've never shaved my head before, really. I mean, a couple times, but not like shaved it.
Right.
It feels kind of good. I kind of like it.
A little cooler in the summer, right?
Yeah, exactly. And literally, I think, so I went to I played courthouse baseball with a buddy of mine back, I think I played from when I was 27 until about 30, anyway. With Thurman Munson Stadium, I didn't have gel and I didn't have my hat. So I was going like this, it was in my face, I was like, fuck it, I'm getting rid of it.
So today you were mulching throughout the thing there? Okay.
Yeah.
And then, is that pretty much all you were doing today?
Yes.
Hanging around the house?
Yes, exactly.
Did you ever leave?
Well, yeah, of course I left to go get the mulch, and then I went up, where else did I go? Went to get them pack of cigarettes, went to the liquor store, got them to drink. I was gonna go golf, I had golf league tonight.
Okay.
Oh, I got itch, so.
And then, you went to the liquor store for them?
No, for me, for
Oh,
myself,
for you.
yeah,
Okay.
for myself. I guess Bob's not allowed to drink anymore, he's got the thing.
Okay.
Because I saw him leave the house, but, you know, if it was an ankle bracelet, it would have gone off. It's a blood alcohol content monitor, I imagine.
Okay.
So.
And then did you use that trailer that's in the back?
No, my dad, okay, so I did go to another place today. My dad called me up. He said he forgot the finish gun. And I was down there mulching. It's an orange pass load. You know, we got tools right inside the place there, so I had to drive out the bath, give him that, when I came back. Yeah, it was, what's the name of the address? I don't know the actual numbers, 7 something, but it's on Camry Road off of Ira, out there in Bath.
Okay. Is that his business or something?
No, that's where we're doing a big addition out there.
Oh, that's
trying to finish up the
job.
Yeah, we're doing a cement hardy siding on there, so.
Okay. And then, all right. Well, they're out there talking to them still, trying to get a statement, so hopefully we.
Bob and Rose are here?
No, they're not here. I have.
Oh, down there?
Yeah, out there.
I cannot freaking believe that they would be.
So, yeah, I mean, they're saying, obviously, you know.
I would not, the one thing I hate in this world is a thief. I'm not a thief. I was helping them out, as I've always done. But I've come around, when I was living there on the regular, I'd come around the corner there and I almost would run Bob over. He'd be face down and I'd freaking grab it from being too drunk. And I'd pick him up and take him back inside.
Okay. All right, well, let me get things worked out. We'll take a little break for a second and I'll talk to them real quick and see what they want to do and then.
What about, is there anybody get us, no, okay, sorry, I'm sorry.
Watching Michael squirm in that interrogation room is unsettling. His fidgeting, the way he rambles about mulch and cigarettes, it's all a front. You can see the lies piling up, his body betraying him. He's not just nervous, he's unraveling. The detectives play it cool, but know he's hiding something big. It's infuriating to think he's dodging responsibility while Mary's family is desperate for answers. How does someone live with that guilt? His excuses feel like a slap in the face to everyone who trusted Mary. This is where you see the mask slip, revealing the truth he's fighting to hide.
The detective leaves the room and lets Michael complain about the handcuffs for a few minutes. When he returns, he brings the sergeant with him. When Michael sees the sergeant, he looks like he's just seen a ghost. He realizes that this is about much more than just a misunderstanding.
I can't believe it.
He said they didn't know it was in the house. What a crock of shit.
Unfucking believable.
Come on. Can you please take these shit off? I don't believe you. All right, Mike.
Whoa.
Hey, this, oh, yeah. This is Sergeant Dan Mars.
All this over a suspected being in the situation.
Michael,
Oh,
right?
that one's a lot better.
Michael, right?
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Michael, how you doing, man?
All right.
So I read your Miranda rights. You understand those?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Keeping those rights in mind, we'd like to talk to you about another issue. So today, you told Detective Brady that you were mulching out there at Coventry.
Yes. Yeah. We went up to Atkins Finest Mulch, where I got the mulch from.
Where's that at?
Copper Road.
Okay. Did you? Well, we met your dad today, and he was saying that.
You met my dad?
Yeah.
Yeah, did you talk to your dad on the phone today at all?
Yeah, a couple times.
Yeah.
And
What'd you guys talk about?
You ran out of gas.
Yeah, I ran out of gas. I've been running out of gas a lot lately. I've been a little bit broke. Yeah, so.
Okay. Like he asked, what would you guys talk about, you and your dad?
Like you said, he called me up earlier to go get I had to bring over the pass load finish gun, and then that was about it. So.
Did he say that we wanted to talk to you?
We?
The Akron Place?
No, not at all.
I think he texted you, called you on the phone.
I mean, I got a couple calls, but I didn't. That was after I went on to drop the tool off. I didn't talk to him. I was busy doing the mulching down there. That's where he lives. It was kind of a Father's Day present for him a little bit. So.
Michael's father was the actual owner of the storage unit where Mary's body had been found. The police had spoken with him earlier that day when they were trying to find Michael. He would help the police find his son by showing them text messages between them. In these messages, he explains to Michael that the police are looking for him and that he should turn himself in.
Because you were supposed to meet him, right?
No. I had golf league tonight. That's what I was actually getting ready to go do.
You weren't supposed to meet your dad?
No.
Up at the storage unit?
No.
That's what he told us.
Oh, no.
That's why he was calling you.
No.
Did he meet up with you, after you ran out of gas?
Yeah, he came and actually got me some gas, yeah. But, he didn't say anything about it.
Did he get you gas?
Well, actually, he just gave me $10, and then, I was right by that. I was on Carroll and Carroll and Market, to get some gas, and, then he left. So.
Your dad did?
Yeah, he left me there.
What time was this?
Shit, that'd be, I really don't know, 11, maybe 12, 1, somewhere around there. I don't know.
Sure it wasn't more like, 1 or 2?
1 or 2. Well, like I said, 11, 12, 1. Because, I don't know the concept of time, really. I had so much going on lately.
Okay.
What have you had going on lately?
Just working with my mom. My mom and stepdad own a couple yogurt shops, trying to work for dad, trying to make any ends meet, because me and dad haven't been vibing very much lately. We butt heads, we've worked together, lived together for a while. It's wasn't very good.
So your storage unit up there, up on North Hill.
Yeah.
Well, it's your dad's.
It's my dad's, yeah, it ain't mine.
Who has access to it?
Me and my dad. Yeah, and then there's
anyone else?
No, but I don't know if you know about theft that was up there not that long ago. This guy used to get into all the units, stole all types of shit. Silver Tim Bolser, I don't know if you know that name, but no. Yeah, but me and my dad are the only ones that had the keys for it, but yeah, so that's.
Okay.
When was the last time you were there?
I was up there either this morning or yesterday morning. I can't remember which actually day it was.
Yeah. Were you getting something out, or were you?
No, I was getting ready. The lady lives next door in the brick house. She gave me she had me help her move out this big stereo thing. I was gonna spray paint it and sell it on what do you call it, Facebook sell or whatever. Yeah, so.
Now, are you aware that that storage area they've got all kinds of cameras?
Oh yeah, because of the theft. Yeah.
Okay.
Your dad said sometimes you sleep down there?
The only reason I slept in there is because I was so tired from like if this represents the floor of the unit, you couldn't even walk in it as of a couple weeks ago. So I was cleaning it out for him, trying to get it functional again. But yeah, I crashed up there one night just because I fell asleep and I was like, I was so tired. And then sometimes I go stay next door with Beverly. You see, lets me go in there.
Who's Beverly?
There's a brick house right next door to the shop, and that's the guy actually, his mother, who was stealing from all the storage units. Yeah, but she evicted him. He hasn't been around in a while, so thank God I haven't seen that guy in a while.
Okay. So we actually, like we said, we met your dad. We met your dad up there at the storage unit, and we both were standing next to him when he was trying to call you, and he said that you had gotten a ride from somebody that they were bringing you up to the storage unit.
That's what my dad said.
Yeah.
What kind of vehicle do you drive?
Orange Dodge Dakota.
Any other vehicles?
No, just that one.
Have you driven any other car in the last, say, week?
No. No, my own car. No.
Michael's body language shows us multiple signs of lying. He is constantly itching, playing with parts of his body, and rocking back and forth. When someone is nervous, their nervous system can cause them to feel itches or tingles all over their body. This will make it very difficult for them to sit still.
Well, like I said, we were up there. We talked to your dad, and you said that you were on the way. You ran out of gas. The truck was down there at Carroll or East Market.
Yeah, right. I was gonna get a lift up to the gas station to get some gas, but I never said I was going up to the storage unit.
That's what he said.
That's what he said?
And he actually texted you.
I haven't seen my phone in a while. I've obviously been dealing with this, so.
Well, this has been like 3 or 4 hours.
Well, yeah, but still, it just feels like it's been an eternity that I've been going through a window to help out a neighbor.
So when was the last time you were up at the storage unit?
Like I said, yesterday morning, can't remember what day it was.
Were you out there Monday?
What's today?
Today is Wednesday.
Monday.
2 days ago.
I've been up there sporadically throughout the last week. I don't know exactly which day, but what's today? Wednesday? No, I think I was up there Monday. No, was it?
Okay.
Were you with anybody when you were up there?
No. I mean, I just pretty much ride solo. I mean, Dick, Richard Leslie, the guy that owns the place, comes back every once in a while to hang out. Yeah, Dick.
Do you ever see anybody else that has storage units up there?
Because the family made a report, they haven't seen her in a couple of days.
What?
So we're trying to find her.
DNA? Why? No, she was, if anything, she stepped right inside my unit and gave me and she blew off the filter for my shop vac that I was using. This is ridiculous.
Okay, so on Monday, her sister got a phone call, or actually a message left on her machine, saying Katie was telling her she has this handyman named Jim Olson.
Oh yeah, her sister in Pennsylvania.
Michael, yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna do a little work trip for her, but
Okay, remember having that conversation?
Yeah.
Monday?
I don't know if it was. I mean, like I said, it could have been Monday. What is Wednesday? Sometimes I'll say, hey, it's been about 7 minutes or so, and that was like, it was like 7 minutes ago, but it was like a week ago, or that's my timeline gets fucked up every once in a while, and people are like, dude, you're an idiot. I'm like, yes.
The detective stops the conversation to ask Michael a question. He wants to know if Michael uses any drugs. If he does, depending on what kind, it could be why Michael is acting the way he is.
Let me ask you something that's totally unrelated, it doesn't matter. You hooked on anything? What you using?
I smoke weed every once in a while, but it gives me a little bit of uppity energy.
Nothing else?
Nothing else.
So you saw her Monday, or sometime in the last couple of days.
Yeah, last couple of days, yeah.
Because she's been missing for a couple of days, so we've been trying to find her. Do you have any idea where she might be? Did you talk about where she was going?
No idea. She did not say where she was going.
No.
Again, there's video, and this was Monday, it shows you moving her van.
No.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't doing anything.
Yeah, I mean, video doesn't lie. Can you explain that?
No, I can't.
Shows you moving the video.
Moving the video.
Moving the van.
Yes.
Alright, you drove out.
If drinking from an empty water bottle is not a sign of anxiety, then I don't know what is. When a person is suffering from this level of anxiety, it can cause them to sweat more than usual. This in turn will make the person very thirsty, as they'll want to replace the water in their body that they have lost.
Do you know why we found any blood in her unit?
Pardon me?
Why we found blood in her unit?
You found blood in her unit?
Yeah. Do you have any cuts from when you were?
I've got cuts all the time from working construction, man. All the time.
Again, is that blood gonna be yours or?
Oh yeah, this is, I'm a picker, so sometimes I'll get in there and scratch my nose.
But again, the blood that we found in her unit.
Oh, is it be my blood? No, how would that be my blood? I didn't cut myself over there, so no. But I do, I mean, if I could have shed something, because I always do have, like, look, I've got tons of cuts all over, they're always working construction, dude, that's what I do.
Michael, we've been working on this for a couple hours. We got pretty far along in the investigation. There's going to be a time when there's going to be a narrative given of what happened.
Okay.
So usually, I tell people that you want to be in control of the narrative. You don't want me to give the narrative myself. We find evidence, different things, hair, blood, different objects. And, we can kind of piece together what happened. So, sometimes people fuck up, and, they do something, they get themselves in a predicament, they get worried. Something happened on accident, they get scared, they try to cover it up, they don't want to, try to explain it. Well, now's the time to explain what happened that day.
What's the Monday?
Monday.
Tuesday or Sunday, there's nothing to explain.
No.
There's
nothing to explain.
No.
Well, we found blood in your unit, your storage, a lot of blood. And hair. Do you want to explain that?
I got myself on some glass and.
What about hair?
Was like, how long have you been keeping your hair like that?
Literally like 2-3 days.
Okay.
Literally like 2-3 days.
Well, you said, I think you said it was about 3 or 4 days ago, earlier.
Well, 3-4 days, 2-3 days. Like I said, I don't know how my timeline is, man. It sucks.
We found lots of blood in your storage unit.
Lots of blood.
We found sticks, instruments with a lot of blood.
No fucking way.
Like Sergeant Mark said.
Then someone's gonna frame me or something. It's ridiculous.
No, you just said that the only 2 people that have access to your unit.
But somebody, like, if you ever look up in the soffit, that fucking Tim, he's trying. I bet he's trying to get back.
No.
I don't think that's the one that they're.
We have video of you talking to Katie.
Well, yeah, I've talked to Katie before.
Talking to her on Monday, driving her van away. Her keys were found in your dad's basement today.
You're gonna be shitting me.
No. How did Tim get out there and plant that?
Tim fucking, he's fucking.
No.
That's not the narrative you want to try to go with. That's not gonna work for you, buddy.
Something bad happened to Katie. You know it. You know what happened. So like Sergeant Mark has given you the opportunity to give us your narrative.
Yeah. So stupid. This fucking life.
What happened? She wanted to give you some money? She wanted to give you a job? What?
Michael remains quiet, most likely thinking about how he can get out of the situation he is in. He doesn't realize that just by sitting there saying nothing, he is making himself appear far more guilty. After contemplating his
Hearing about Mary's sister getting that voicemail breaks my heart. A handyman named Jim Olson? That's Michael, lying even to her family. The blood in the storage unit, her van moved, it's sickening. Mary was vulnerable and trusting, and someone took advantage of that. This isn't just a crime, it's a betrayal of humanity. Her family's left with questions, grief, and no closure. Imagine the fear she felt in her final moments. It's hard to stay calm thinking about it. The evidence is screaming the truth, but Michael's still dodging. How can someone be so cold to destroy a life like that?
options, Michael finally comes clean about what happened.
We have
Yeah.
the sticks.
Yeah.
Tell us what happened, Michael. It's probably gonna help you. You can't feel good holding this in.
No, not really. No, I just.
Tell us what happened.
I snapped, man. I snapped.
About what?
Somebody came over me. I don't know.
What makes you?
My ex-girlfriend, dude. It was a downfall. It's not. She wasn't holding a gun to me. There might have been an ex-girlfriend, but she made me a different person because of her toxic, narcissistic ways. I was mentally, verbally, emotionally abused. I don't know. Just I snapped, and Katie said something about my fucking ex-girlfriend. I don't know. You know what?
Well,
Yeah, I snapped.
tell us what happened.
I think you know what happened. I think you're just getting me wanting to say it.
That's why I told you this is your narrative. This is your chance to say for your story.
Yeah, well, I just.
Are you just a cold-blooded,
No, I snapped.
homicidal maniac?
Not at all.
Or was it heat of the moment?
Heat of the moment type of thing. Just snapped.
So take us through it, man.
I just went over there, hit her on the head. That was it.
What'd you hit him on the head with?
Yes, something
Like a metal pipe, a walking stick,
something in there.
wooden.
Yeah, it was actually piece of the, I don't even see a piece of the fireplace stick looking one that was broken. I don't know, I just saw it, I grabbed it, and I just fucking snapped it.
Did you do it in her unit, or?
And then I just try to get rid of the evidence, but just see what I can do. Because I think about those fucking cameras.
Where's the van?
Yeah, I parked it in the hood somewhere.
How'd the keys end up down at your dad's?
I took the key off there, and I was gonna get rid of those. I was gonna wipe them off. It was dumb. I shouldn't have never done it. Obviously, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life, but I snapped, man. I've been so emotionally and verbally abused. You have no idea. I got a mother that fucking, staying with, I'm 35 years old. You have no idea what life is. Yeah. So there's my narrative, a little bit.
Well, can you explain why her clothes got ripped?
Now that Michael has confessed, he stops moving his body and he appears calmer. His voice also levels out as he puts his body into a more comfortable position.
Sorry, I'm not making a lot of this stuff up. I mean, I'm having a hard time,
So then when you went back to the van and moved it to the hood?
Yeah, because I was trying to get. So obviously, as soon as you're looking for it, right next to the office, it'd be pretty easy.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
What about her cell phone?
It was, I think, in the car or.
You traded for something?
No, I did not trade it. I don't pawn stuff like that. I earned my money.
Okay.
No, her cell phone was an Android anyway, with my shit. And plus, I've never been to a pawn shop really in my life, maybe one time down in West Virginia. And that was when I was like 22, 23, so that's the reason. So, where do we go from here?
Well, you're gonna get arrested. You get arraigned, you get a bond, you get an attorney.
Yeah, I actually could use try to Mark Bowie was my attorney for the TPO thing, maybe he'll represent me.
Well, only certain attorneys can represent cases of this nature. So, in the long run, you could sit there and say, hey, I came off the bullshit story, and you could look at the judge and ask for some. You could ask the family first if they're giving us enough. The judge, they give you a little bit of mercy, and
yeah, I'll spend the rest of my life in prison. I don't want to die because I can't do good works. I've been a good person my whole life. I snapped because people have been riding my ass.
Well, you were talking to her. What'd she say that reminded you of your girlfriend?
We were kind of talking about her a little bit, and she said that maybe you did this to her or whatever.
So she was blaming you?
And I never did a fucking thing to that ex-girlfriend of mine. I treated her like a fucking queen.
So you said you just saw something laying there? Is there anything else you can think of that you want to know?
I'm sorry. If you have any other questions, you can ask me, but not that I can think of. I think we're pretty much. You got your confession. I got a confession, didn't you?
Well, like I told you, I think we knew enough. It's just up to you for your narrative.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I should have never done it. For some reason, I snapped. And
Well, like you said, else you getting it off your chest. Does it make you look like a cold-blooded killer?
I'm not. I'm not. This is one stupid thing that I'll never be able to live down, but.
Okay.
All right. Well, I said my hand about that, so I'll shake your hand.
No,
I don't think you want that. So.
No, I'm not shaking your peach hand.
All right. Before we get into town, we'll try to get you a cigarette.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Michael would be charged with murder, but strangely enough, he continued to claim that he was innocent of the charges brought against him. Prosecution would have more than enough evidence to get a conviction.
Michael's confession. hits like a gut punch. I snapped, he says, blaming his ex, his life, anything but himself. But Mary didn't deserve this. A wooden stick, a moment of rage, and her life was gone. The surveillance, blood, and keys all pointed to him. Yet, he still tried to lie. His life sentence feels like justice, but doesn't bring Mary back. Her family's pain lingers. This case reminds us of life as fragility and how one moment can shatter everything. It's a call to cherish those we love and demand accountability. What are your thoughts on this tragedy?